Well, welcome everybody officially to Unicorn Ignite, the journal launch. Thank you for coming. Thank you. The cool thing, this is the first time in my business that I'm doing a live event. So I truly, truly appreciate each of you coming here. And it's also the first time that my amazing friend Victoria is doing a live stream for a live audience. So she's trying the technology. You guys get to experience the technology first, and then I want her to talk about her business, what she does very soon, because she's an amazing person, amazing photographer, and her media studio is beautiful. So, but I want her to tell you about that. For those of you who don't know me, because I see some new faces, my name is Jennifer Lopez, and you see a unicorn inside your bags, and some people say she's the crazy unicorn lady. But the thing is more of a metaphor, because I always felt like I didn't belong in any of the spaces, right? I'm this weird mix of chemical engineer and professional dancer. Hello, welcome, welcome, yes. And I always felt like I was too bubbly, right, for an engineer, or too nerdy for a dancer, and I tried to fit the norm, the status quo. And the more I tried to be somebody who it was not me, the worse it got. And finally, when I said, you know what, everybody's a unicorn, we try to hide that horn. Let's just put a flashlight on it, make it shine really bright, and bring the best version of ourselves in an intentional manner. So the unicorn is for you to remember to always be your best intentional unicorn self, okay? Yay, you got snacks, you got a lot of things there. So let's get started. We're gonna start with a workshop here, okay? So welcome everybody who is joining online, but each of you, I want you to come here because you didn't come here to just see me talk. We are working. We are doing the work. So you got a pen and also a journal. Awesome, awesome. And then there's a few things that I want to say in terms from a mindset perspective. If I ask you, like, how many people go out there and say, hey, I have a goal and I'm going to go after it and I'm going to achieve it? How many people percentage-wise you think they actually do that? Just throw numbers out there.
5%.
Okay, you're close.
3.
Yeah, it's actually 6, okay? So 6%. So congratulations, you are here. You're part of the 6%, okay? Because you're here because you're curious and you really want to be intentional with the goals. And but the thing is that it requires intentionality. And there's a couple of like mindset blockers that I wanted to go over it. And for those of you who didn't know, I was also an NFL cheerleader. So as a cheerleader, I spelled ignite for what I'm teaching today, okay? So give me an E. Okay, so actually no, in English it's I. So me fui en español por ahí. The first I is I want you to remember to always be intentional and proactive. If you wait for tomorrow to just wake up and say, what am I going to do today? It's too late. Okay, so we're going to be doing this in a proactive manner, meaning that you're going to set either the week or the day before the day happens. And you're going to set it up with an intention. So that's why the I, not the E, the I is for intention. And we're going to go after that, okay? The G for ignite is for gain. How many of you focus on what you don't have yet? You can be, we're friends here, okay? I was gonna say you're not recorded, but you are. No, but we're human beings, okay? And especially if you're going for a promotion or the next business or the followers in social media, whatever, you're so focusing on what you don't have that you're missing the best time, which is the now. So one of the things that I love about this journal is that I want you to focus on the gain, the person that you're becoming every time. So instead of focusing on the gap, focus on the gain. Such a powerful thing. And I'm going to show you how I did that later on, because sometimes whenever you do your 90 days journal, and sorry, Brad, I'm going to bring an example from you. He's like, I don't like those 90 days journals. I'm like, oh, great, I'm working on one of them. But because it's like I usually have a goal, but then I feel bad if I don't achieve the goal. Or if I'm getting closer to that like last month and I know I'm not going to get it, right? But that's also a mindset because we tend to overestimate what we can do in the short term and underestimate what we can do in the long term. So as long as you stay there, I'm telling you, amazing things are going to happen. The magic is don't quit. Don't quit, because it's going to happen. It's going to take place. We don't have control of the time. I think only God or universe knows about that. But what we have control of is to take action. And the funny thing is that this year, for me, one of my goals was to increase my brand. And I had a game plan, right? And it didn't happen that way. But what I didn't know was that God had a different plan for me. And I just did a collaboration with Los Angeles Tribune, which I'm going to helping them launch their Spanish edition the first time. I'm going to be the co-host of the first Spanish podcast as well for them, global-wise. And I know that's going to help also with the brand, in return. So what I thought it was going to be the path ended up being a different thing, but the outcome was still the same. So what I want you guys to be focusing on the game, but also be flexible, because you may have a plan, but you may have a better plan that you're not even aware of, okay? So trust the process, keep going. Is this making sense so far? Yeah. Okay, so the first one was for what? Intention. Okay, and the G? Game. Awesome. You guys are perfect students. I have some gifts for those of you that answer questions, but I didn't bring that many, so we'll figure out how we do that. Okay, the N is for the now. When can you take action? Now. Okay, are we gonna wait until things are perfect? No. We tend to do that though, right? Oh, when I have time, when I feel better, right? I was talking to somebody here earlier that is starting a business soon, and I said, hey, your future client doesn't care if you don't feel good about it. They want to be helped, right? So you have to be really fall in love with that thing that you want to go for and the people who you're going to help. So just little action, doesn't have to be perfect. I didn't say perfect, imperfect action. Little action, I'm telling you, it compounds. How many of you know that from finance, right? That you start investing at the beginning, you say, oh, that's not that much. And they're like, oh, wait, I didn't know I had that much there. Compounding, same thing with action. Okay, so intentional gain now. And then the second I was 2 words. It's like that inside fire. Okay, because you cannot give what you don't have. So you have to be very intentional in filling your cup in a way that is very authentic to you. Maybe the way I do it is very different than you, but if your cup is full, you can operate at your best. If your cup is empty, you're in burnout, you're exhausted, and that's what people around you are going to experience from you. So be very intentional. I'm not saying that you have to spend all this time doing it, just little micro doses of igniting your fire. How do you ignite your inside fire? Some of you. Dancing. Oh, there's a lot of dancers here. I love it. What else? What else? Dancing?
Helping others.
Helping others? Exercising? What do you like to do that makes you happy, Gabby? Playing. All right, that ignites her fire. See, everybody has their own way on how do you ignite the fire, but don't neglect you, okay? And for those of you who are like, oh, I just don't have time, let me tell you, if somebody that you love, they needed help from you. They needed you to be there, present. Do you think you'll be creative and resourceful enough to be there for them? Then love yourself the same way, because we usually don't even put ourselves on the list. Okay, so ignite that fire. And for those of you who think, oh, but that's just selfish, I should be there for everybody, my family, and this and that. But let me tell you, when you prioritize yourself, you're prioritizing the people around you. So it's the opposite of being selfish. So ignite your fire so you can be at your best for the people who depends on you, or that you're helping at work, in the family, or where you work. So far, so good? Woo! Okay, and we haven't even started. This is just a little bit of mindset shifts that I wanted to start with. Okay, so intentional gain now, inside fire. The T is for time. So every time I hear about, oh, I just don't have time, there's so many things, we all have the same amount of time. So it's not about time management, it's about focus management. So where focus goes, energy flows. Whatever you focus on expands. So be very protective of your yeses. Maybe that's my second book, be choosy with your yeses, but be very protective of your yeses and say yes to the things that are going to move the needle towards the things that you're working on. Okay? So time is really, really precious, but it's more about the focus instead of the time. And the last thing is the E is for evolve. And it's not about doing the goal because you're like, oh, check the mark, I did it, I got the promotion, or I got whatever you're working on, like my perfect weight, whatever it is that you're working on. But it's because of the person you become while you're working towards your goal. Because you're always working on something, right? Something outside of your comfort zone. And when you're going outside of your comfort zone, that's whenever you grow. So it's to evolve. Don't do it for the goal, do it for yourself and the person you become. Because then the better person you become, then the people around you also benefit from that. How is that help? Does that help to like get started? Awesome. So the first I?
Intention.
Yes. The G is for?
Gain.
And the N?
Now.
And then the second I is two words. Ignite. Inside fire. Yes. And the T? Time. And then E?
Evolve.
Woo! All right. Ignite. Yeah, I need the pom-poms. So we just did that. Okay, super. So let's get started with this was actually the prototype. This is the one that you have. The cool thing is that if you scan this QR code that you see on the second one, you see training from Jennie Lopez. So there's a series of about 6 videos, or I think 5 or 6 videos that you can watch it later. If you're like, wait a second, what is this crazy thing about superpowers or identity or anything like that? That's a free gift from me. So it comes with training, so you're not by yourself, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to do it right now, but we're gonna start it. So make sure you have your pen. I want you to dream, because a lot of people focus on what's that next thing that you wanna achieve, like next month or in 3 months, but I want you to dream bigger. And then be strategic. If that's the dream in 5 or 3 or 1 year, then what do I need to do in my next 90 days? So you break it in little tiny pieces. So what I would like right now, while the DJ is playing a cool song to like inspire us, I'll give you, it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, you can work on this at home too. But I want the foundation to be done here. So think about what is that 1 or 2 or 3 year dream of yours. And I want you to write it down. And don't think about, oh, that's not realistic, that's not for me. Hey, no rules, no boundaries. You want to be intentional, make it happen. So what is the dream? What is the 1, 2, or 3 year dream? And write it down. from now, and then you can always go back and make it even bigger. All right, so the second section that you see there, right? For those of you also, I need to remember the people who are watching. So the first one was about dreaming. The second piece, this is just the foundation, is about purpose. So think about purpose as the anchor or the battery that is gonna keep you moving forward when things don't go according to the plan, right? When sometimes you have a plan and then life has a different plan for you. But if you have a why and a purpose that is bigger, it's gonna help you move forward. When I wrote that book, Intentional Unicorn, there are many times, I think that Starbucks, they probably thought I was crazy, because sometimes I'll be like, ha, 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 and other days I'm like crying by myself in the table, because it's a roller coaster of emotions. But many times when I feel like, why am I even writing this? Like, who's gonna read this? I'm like, wait, I'm writing it because I want my kids to read this one day, and that kept me moving forward. That ended up being an Amazon bestseller book, and it's not to like brag. Oh yeah, I'm bragging, but it's about the impact that the book is having, and that wouldn't happen if I would have quit, right? So that was the purpose. So I want you to think about that awesome dream that you have. Why is this so important to you? And usually with my clients, I have an exercise where we ask why. How many times, Marianne? 7, right? But for today, I want you to think deeper, because things that are superficial, you're gonna quit, right? If it's like, oh, I want a different job because I'm tired of the same one. That's not deep enough, right? So try to get as deep as you can. So ask yourself why a couple of times and then write it down. So that's gonna be the purpose. Why accomplishing this goal is so important for you. All right, DJ. Try to go deeper. Awesome. So I'm going to share some of mine. So my purpose, right? Because my kids are watching and learning. They're teenagers now, so I want them to watch before they leave the house. And the second one, to break generational scarcity cycle and the impact and the ripple effect. So that's my why. And I would love if like maybe one or two of you don't have to share your goal, but your why. Why this is so important for you. Accomplish your goal. You don't have to go in details if you don't want to. So anybody would like to share? We have a mic. Yes, and you're gonna be double mic. So don't worry. Yeah, we're good. Hi, Michelle.
I would love to know that some way, somehow, we can change our outcomes when it comes to our health. That's one of the biggest.
Yes. Thank you for sharing, Michelle. Yay! Say, we can clap. Yay! Yeah. All right. Have one more here. Thank you. Yes, please. Love it. Don't be shy.
Hello, my name is Madi. My goal is to be an LGBTQ plus coach, relationship and life coach.
Yes.
And it's important to me because we all have gifts and a purpose here in this world that should be shared with others to live our life truly, happily, and fulfilled. Because it's meant to be shared, not kept for ourselves.
Ooh, yes. Awesome. Give her claps. Awesome. One more? Maybe one more? Yes?
My name is Daniela,
Hi, Daniela.
and I want to develop a business helping patients who have PMDD, which is pretty rare to get diagnosed within sometimes up to 20 years. So I want to help patients get diagnosed way earlier so they can get the tools they need.
Love it. Thank you. Like, why is this important? Yeah.
So it's premenstrual dysphoric disorder. It's the most severe form and debilitating form of PMS, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And most women don't even know they have it until 12 to 20 years into
Oh, wow.
disease. Looking back, I've had it since I got my first period, but I finally figured it out as a physician about a year and a half ago. So, and I'm 36 now. So
Yeah.
I'm in that statistic, and I want to lower it much more.
Beautiful. Yes. Impact. Clap. Yes. And Daniela just had a baby. She's beautiful. We're all good. Okay. So we're going to move, and then I'm going to skip the 90 days for now because I want to focus on the identity. So we're on the next page now, right? And if I say identity, does that make sense? So what do you guys think is identity? Who you are. Let me tell you something. It's who you think you are. Okay? Because we're always growing. And here's the thing with identity. If you have an old identity, that identity can keep you stuck or it can pull you forward. And you're going to move forward like, oh, wait a second, no, I'm not enough. Oh, wait, not yet. I'm not there yet because you're still thinking of who you were perhaps 10 years ago. So for you to be able to accomplish that big dream, you need to start becoming that person that can enable that dream. And don't wait for you to get to the dream to then become that person. It doesn't work that way. You need to start working on that person now, that identity, okay? So that's what I want you to think about your goals. So for you to be that person, what is that identity? For example, when I left corporate, I struggled a little bit in terms of leaving that identity out and becoming this business owner that I am right now and what I'm building. So the characteristics, the skills that I need, etc., needed to be different. But I'm not waiting for, like, I'm not a fan of like fake it till you make it. You just do it until you make it. So I want you to think about your dream and then who do you need to be? What's that identity that you need to anchor on and start working on it right now? And if you want to take it to the next level, give it a name. Give it a name. So actually, it's so funny. You don't see it here, but my identity right now is an octopus. I know, like, really, Jenny, from everything. But I'm expanding. I'm in that stage of life where I'm expanding. So I have a little octopus on my Apple Watch. So I always remember who I'm becoming and who I'm intentionally building every day so I can make that 5-year dream of mine a reality. Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions on that? Because I want you to start thinking at least like 2 or 3 characteristics or skills, or who do you need to be able to enable that? Perhaps it's in confidence, perhaps it's a skill set, perhaps it's, I don't know, agility, risk-taking. I don't know what that is for you, but think about your dream, and then what is the identity that you need to start anchoring on right now? And give it a name if you want to. did that work? I was writing my notes. So this is the one I have for these 90 days. And one of the ones that I'm working is on being whole. Because I always feel that there's something missing, right? I'm not there yet, or I'm not good enough, or stop comparing, Jenny, you're whole, just as you it is. Look at me, as you are. There you go. My English. Agile and intentional. So those are 3 things that I'm working very intentionally in the next 90 days. So what are some of the ones that you're working on? And we need the mic, so some people are saying that they cannot hear you if you don't have the mic, so we'll take care of that. So anybody wants to share the identity, or at least one thing that you're working towards? There you go. Yay!
I'll wait for the mic.
Yes. Yeah, that way.
I'm good at following instructions. Are you good? Okay. Is this
Double
good?
mic.
Okay. I'm working on becoming someone who's comfortable being visible, talking
Ooh.
about money, so I can help Latinas achieve a net worth of 500K, which is my passion. It's about talking about finances. So yeah.
Yes, love it. Awesome. I love it. Anybody else wants to share one? Maria.
You're gonna hold the.
This is what we said in the front row. Huh?
I know. Yes. Hello.
Is that working, that mic?
Hello? It's not anymore. It was.
It was?
It was.
That's okay. The
Okay.
people will hear you here with that one. Yeah.
All right. I put a confident, fearless, trend-setting woman who can roar like a lion and be as gentle as a deer and never let others influence you with their negative talks on not do this or be that, but be both strong and gentle.
Dang. Yes. Love it. Like this. Ooh, yes. One more. Love it.
Right. So, my name is Yemi,
Hi.
and I think I resonate with you identifying yourself or describing yourself as what you have on your
The
watch.
octopus.
Right.
Yes.
So I do always identify myself as a phoenix, and I need to build my confidence. But one thing that I have here is a phoenix symbolizes rebirth and resilience. It burns, rises, and begin again. Stronger, wiser, and fearless. It doesn't fear the fire, it is the fire.
Yes, I love it. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And just like I had the octopus, right, as an example, you can also have whatever name you put it, or if it's a phoenix, just have an anchor so you remember every day, this is who I'm becoming. This is who I'm taking action intentionally to become this person. I even have a sticky note that I put on my bathroom mirror, and then I do a reflection every night as I'm brushing my teeth, right? Or thinking about, okay, am I a risk taker, right? Did I feel whole today? And just go through these characteristics to say, okay, I need to do more of that. But working intentionally on that identity. Does this make sense? Yes? Is it helping? Okay, yay! All right, superpowers. That's my favorite word. For those of you who work with me, I love superpowers. But it's about always, sometimes we hide what actually sets us apart. So it's about what is our superpower and how do we show up intentionally and how do we let that superpower be the driver of our journey. Okay, so I know energy is one of mine. And then even right now when I'm thinking, but I'm just starting, even though I've been 5 years in my business, because I'm comparing myself with other business owners who've been there for decades. But then I'm like, wait, my superpower is actually my 24-year career in HR, in manufacturing, in business. I bring all of this with me, so I'm gonna live with that. So those are examples of my superpowers. I want you to think about what are your superpowers. And maybe in the training that you have in the QR code, you can go in a little bit more depth. But right now, think about one or two superpowers that you know what they are for you. You know because people tell you. You know because people ask you to help them in that specific area. Think about what is that and how you can leverage it for your journey. So if you identify one superpower today, you're good. So let's try to work on that right now. Power, let me see. If you have one superpower, raise your hand. Yes? Yes? Okay, cool. So what the cool thing about knowing your superpower is that you start owning your voice. You know how many people will say, "Hi, Jenny, you're just too nice. I don't know if I can trust you with a difficult job." And then I kept saying, "Oh, there must be something wrong about being nice, right?" And then finally I just said, "No, wait a second. I'm authentic. Like, it's not that I'm nice, it's that I care. And because of that, I'm an incredible, inclusive leader. And that's why I've been able to transform organizations in manufacturing, business, and HR." Boom, and you dropped your mic after that, right? But you own your voice because you know how you can leverage your superpower. Instead of people connecting the dots for you, you connect it for the people. So thinking about that, I would love to see what are some of your superpowers. There's the mic. Yes, there you go.
Boldness.
Boldness, yes, I love it. And that can help you with your goal for sure. Love it, own it. What else? What other superpowers we have? Yes.
Hi, this is Kenny. I want to say it's creativity.
Creativity, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Yes, 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 yes. Daniela.
Resilient.
Resilience. Oof. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Who else? Who else? I like when people are not making eye contact.
People connector.
Connect. Oh yes, of course, my senior connector. I love it. But you see how when you embrace it, you can. Anybody else wants to share a superpower? Yes. Love it. Go ahead.
Empathy.
Empathy. Yeah, and as a coach, of course, you're gonna need that. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. No. Look, I'm like pointing. Like my parents always say, don't point at people. That's not nice.
My English is so
¿Cuál es tu superpoder? ¿Cuál es tu superpoder?
right now for me is cooking.
Cooking, okay. Okay, all right. That's not my superpower. I'm glad you have that. You can ask my husband, that's not my superpower.
I love to cook.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, connect the dots with that superpower, show up authentically and boldly. So that's why I have it here. Okay, so with all that in mind, I want you to think about, so how many of you have like a 1 to 3 year goal, right? Like a dream? So for that to happen now, go backwards and then think about what do you need to accomplish in the next 90 days? That's it. Now, we're not talking about a year or anything. We're actually talking about January. And on purpose, it's not the end of the year, because there's nothing magic about beginning of the year and having new goals. You're already getting momentum towards 2026 by starting now. So that's why we decided on the day on purpose. You know, whenever I always heard my dad, "I'm starting my diet on Monday," and then it didn't happen, and they're like, "Oh, now I need to wait until next Monday," and it never happened, right? So just think about 90 days from today. It's about towards the end of January. What are the goals that you want? Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Maybe you accomplish more, awesome. But think about 1 or 2 things that you want to accomplish in the next 90 days. And that's here on the second, the first thing on the second page. All right, let's go. Be specific so you know you got it. have at least one goal, I guess you can always go back home and make more if you want. But this is the thing, a lot of people put, oh, I'm going to accomplish all these 10 things in the next 90 days. No, keep it simple, top 1 or 2. If you do more, awesome. But be intentional with a few things that you're working towards. Okay, did this help as a good foundation to get started? Awesome. So here's the thing. I want you to think about tomorrow, because we're starting this, right? So the only thing I want you to think about tomorrow, so now we're starting on the day, actually this is already done, right? But the next page is gonna be your Thursday, is that correct? I want you to think about what's gonna be the intention. Just write it down, one word or one phrase, your intention for tomorrow. Think about what needs to be done tomorrow. Perhaps, I don't know if it's at work, that something's happening, a meeting, you wanna bring confidence, right? Or you wanna be creative. You want to be there present for somebody in your family, whatever that is, just one word for tomorrow. Mine is recharge, because I work a lot today. But what's the intention for tomorrow? Don't overthink it. Just, you're going to feel it. Yeah? And then the second thing I want you to think about is the needle movers. So let me just share very quick. How many of you have like this humongous to-do list every day because you love the check, like check, I did this, I did that, yeah, some of you are smiling. And then you go back home and you're like, oh gosh, I didn't check every single thing on my to-do list, I'm a failure. We're not doing that anymore, okay? What I want you to do, because it's not about doing everything, it's doing what it matters, okay? And then needle movers, think about what are the top 1, 2, or 3 things. I never put more than 3 things on my needle movers that are gonna help me move the needle towards the goals or what's happening important in my life, okay? When I go home, if I have those needle movers done, I feel so good because I was very intentional in my progress and my actions. And then, yeah, you have your to-do list. You probably will do that tomorrow. That's totally fine. But what are the needle movers? The things that sometimes you procrastinate because you say, when I have time. That never happens, right? Or when I feel like it. No, those are the top things that need to happen to move your needle. And what is that one thing? For today, just think about one thing that you're committing for tomorrow. One thing. And then I want you to put it there because we're being proactive. We don't wait for the next day to set the day. We're setting the day before. Not more than 3. So think about that as one thing. 2 things. Trying to look, where is my day tomorrow? I have 3 things tomorrow. Is that right? No, 2. Should do like a dance class. Hey, cumbia. Yeah. Right, we got it, the needle movers. That should be fun, right? It's really fast. Okay, I think we're good. I like that. Next time I wanted to dance. So that's what you do. The day before, the only thing you said is like, what are the needle movers? And if you need to schedule it ahead of time. And then what's the intention for the day? So that way you don't wake up and you're like, oh my goodness, what am I doing today? Because you're just wasting time and energy. And so we're being proactive. Every day, do it before. So you have your day for tomorrow. And then the cool thing is that once you're done, I don't know if you see on the bottom right, there's a little bit of a daily reflection. And this is not for you to take 30 minutes every day and say, dear journal, today, no, none of that. Think about what are the quick wins that you had, big, little, whatever. It can be like a little, sometimes my win, what was my wins can be my kid's smile. Yesterday I had a good talk practicing for my TEDx that is coming soon. I went to a dance class the other day. That was a win. My daughter recovering from knee surgeries. There's some of those little things because we don't appreciate the blessings that we have every single day. So this is just for you to ground that, hey, you have a pretty amazing life, right? You have shelter, you have love, you have health. So what are the wins and what did you learn? So the thing is that I want you to grab the learning and move forward, okay? Because if you start, oh, that did not go according to, to plan, that meeting did not go as well, and then you just start repeating the story, making it worse. I want you to say, what was the learning? Got it, grab it, move forward. Don't dwell on it, it's in the past. But learn from it, move forward. And then what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Honestly, this thing takes me less than 5 minutes. I just do every day, and it's pretty cool. So that's what you do every day. That's the journal. And then every week, there's a little bit more in-depth reflection where you're going to be, what's your energy check? Are you feeling your inner self? Your identity, how is your identity going? Is there anything that you have to do more on purpose? Progress over perfection, limiting beliefs. Is there anything that you have to reframe, right? Reignite, and then you start thinking about the next week. And then I don't know how to say that in English, a third of the way there, you're gonna see like a little thermometer thingy, and then you just try to see, how am I doing, right? Because sometimes we set goals and then we never look at them, and then we're like, whoa, half of a year passed by and I didn't do anything I said I was gonna do. So this is really to ground you and make sure that you make progress. I want to say something towards the end. Remember when I say focus on the gain, not on the gap? So this was my prototype. So I always do things before I publish to make sure that they work, and it works. So my thermometer did not hit the goal. Okay, it did not hit the goal. And then I'm like, but wait a second, what were my wins? And I thought I had maybe 1 or 2. I had so many freaking wins, even wins that were not planned, right? And that gave me like, oh my goodness, I'm there. I'm just, again, overestimating what I can do in the short term. I'm so there. And then at the very end of your 90 days, I want you to write down a letter to yourself and just think about the journey. Talk to yourself as you're talking to somebody that you love. Because somebody will use the worst vocabulary talking, we're so critical of ourselves. Just this is with a lot of empathy and love that I want you to talk to yourself, okay? How is that going so far? Yes, that's the journal, that's it, yay! What questions do you have? Do you anticipate? Yes, I see your hand already. I love it.
And oftentimes we speak to ourselves, and we come to gathering like this and we feel energized, and we feel great. But how can you help yourself from going back to that same thoughts? Like now you said, okay, you could speak to yourself and say, hey, Yemi, you can do this. You see yourself doing so well, and probably in a week's time, you go back to your
like go back to like,
right?
You left here,
Status quo,
I did a motivational thing.
Right. So how do you get out of such situations?
Yeah, but that's exactly what I do the daily reflections, is to always focus on the couple of things that I said at the beginning. Focus on the gain, not on the gap, right? What are the wins? What are you grateful for? That's why I love journals, because otherwise we go to like a conference and we're like, yeah, I can conquer the world, and then real life happens, right? So this is very intentional. When you do the training, I talk a lot about these things, on how to keep that energy going. And the cool thing is you can find a friend and have like a little bit of accountability. So I have a good friend, we meet every Friday. And sometimes, when I'm down, he'll be like, but Jenny, look at what you accomplished. Obviously, that man out there is an amazing person. Surround yourself with people that are amazing in your journey, that they believe more than you. Something else I work with my clients is that in addition to all of these, audit your circle, right? Because are you having people who are doubting you, who are like raining on your parade? They're like, you're not gonna do that, are you crazy? So limit, say bye-bye to the people who are not growing with you, and then invite new people that are believing in you more than you believe, or people who are ahead of your journey and they are bringing you along on the way. So, and she's part of my audit now, she's part of my circle here, and you continue to grow, but audit your circle, really, really important. Does that make sense? Yeah, does it help? Yay, okay, good, awesome. What other questions? You're like, oh, Jenny, what about this? Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't understand the difference between the needle movers and the to-dos.
The to-do is what you have to do that day. I have this meeting, I have to go and take my kids, and then I have this class or whatever. The needle movers are the things about, okay, I'm gonna film my YouTube, right? The needle movers for you. I am gonna call this person to see if I can do a little finance workshop in this conference. Those are the needle movables. The key things that are actually moving the needle towards your dream.
Oh.
Not the to-do. I have to do. I have to pick up my daughter. I have to cook for the family. That's not me. I don't cook, but you cook.
We're all coming over.
Does that help? Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yes, Cynthia.
Yes. What if you're at a point where you have not narrowed down to one dream, right?
Yes.
So you've got like a couple of different things that are
Yes.
equally interesting, intriguing, exciting.
Yes.
I kind of, yeah.
That you're
That's
in
where I
that.
started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I, with my clients, and I know we're going to be working together very soon, we'll have a whole, like, I get very nerdy, I'm an engineer, so we'll have a way to prioritize. But I have a client that she just wants to have optionality. So she's in, where is she? Switzerland, okay? She's in her career, but she's like, what about if I don't want to be on a career anymore, but I'm not committed yet? So right now, we're working the optionality of being a speaker for her, or being an educator for her, or continue in her career in another company. So the way we're building the personal branding is on purpose and intentional to have the three open. Okay, so we can do something like that. Yeah. So it's like, how can you be intentional in your building your personal branding and the network that can open optionality? Does that help? Okay, cool. Any other questions? Okay, anybody remember what was the Ignite for? And I have a gift for you. And then you have to raise your hand. The whole I-G-N-I. Give it a try? You want to give it a try? All right.
Okay. So I is intention.
Uh-huh.
G is gain.
Yes.
The N is now.
Ooh.
I is intention. No.
Inner.
Sorry. It ignites
The fire, yeah.
the fire.
Yeah, inner fire.
Then T is time.
Yes.
Then the E is it
Evolve.
evolve?
Yes, all right. Well, she has her hand up. Yes. Anybody can define what is a superpower? Anybody wants to give it a try and see what is a superpower? Check. It's on. Oh, can I have that mic? Check. No, check. Something happened with the. The what?
Needs that mic.
He wants to answer. Maybe I want
Yeah,
that.
give it.
But there's something. I turn it off though. Come in. Check. None of them work. Okay. Check. No mic. Okay. I'm gonna be loud. And I have this mic anyway, so the people online can hear me. And superpower. What is a superpower?
Superpower is something that you already have within you.
Uh-huh.
It's not something that you're going to create.
Uh-huh.
So
And
mine is empathy, creativity. I have more than one.
that sets you apart.
That
Okay,
sets
she
you
get
apart.
she get a gift. Yay! Awesome. What is identity? Yes. Oh, she had the question there. Yes. So that way they can hear you
Identity
online.
is how
Yes.
you think about yourself.
What you think about yourself.
What you think about
yes.
yourself.
And it's going to help you move forward or keep you stuck. So you have to be very intentional and continue to evolve your identity. She gets a gift. Yay! Awesome. Alrighty, and then I have one more question. The first person who raised their hand gets the gift. What did you like the most about today? Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't talked all day, so I figure it's my turn now. So you really made us focus on what we need to be working on, because a lot of times we spend life just living life and not really focusing on what really fuels us. So this made me want to focus on what's going to fuel me.
Yes.
And I do have a question for you, though.
Okay, go.
Why did you pick 90 days for it to become, like for you to work on your goal, but then you have 90 days to kind of,
Why 90 days?
Yes.
Because I always think that sometimes, and actually we talked about that in our cafecito chats, life can change, priorities can change. And sometimes you have to be agile and adaptable to like, okay, that was my goal, but right now I'm gonna have to focus on something different because of life circumstances, right? but I don't want you to get defeated and just like give
No.
up.
I love that idea actually, because a lot of times we feel like we're failing. If we don't continue, that path that we set out to reach.
Yes.
And like you say, life throws you, a curveball,
Yeah.
and maybe the way to get there might not be the way you envision getting
Yeah.
there. So I like the 90 days.
Oh,
I like that
yay.
thought.
Yeah, and the other thing is that sometimes we have a goal, but we see it so big that we don't even know how to start. Chunk it down, right? And maybe the first 90 days, like, I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, but I know one or two people that can maybe, at least I can learn a little bit from them. And that's how you start. And then 90 days, now you learn more about the goal, so you know what to set for the next 90 days. So that's another reason.
Love it.
Okay?
Thank
Awesome. Did she
you.
get a gift? Yay! I want to invite our amazing host. Yes, Victoria, please. I mean, I came here and no questions asked. I told her about the idea I had, and she's like, we can host it in my studio, and we can do this, and we can do that. I want her to tell you more about this beautiful thing. No, come here, sit down. This is your show now. Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for coming. This is our first time doing this here, and it means so much to see everybody looking beautiful, and also partnering with Jenny, because see her that energy. I think I have energy, but oh my God, and I always love to get with her. So I really appreciate you for bringing up this idea and collaborating with us to launch something new for both of us. So Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for coming too. So this space we started about January. It's almost 3,000 square foot. We're a content marketing studio. So we help you with all kinds of content, photos, videos, podcasts. If you look around you, there's different sets for everything. So everything here is movable, is usable for all kinds of different contents. Like over here is probably everyone's favorite place, which I love too. But we do photos, we do videos. Sometimes we have people come in and rent the studio. This is something that we're doing too. So if you have a networking event or webinar or what's this called? Workshop. Or the other thing that I've been telling everybody about is a live podcast where you have guests and you're doing your own podcast. That's essentially having your own show.
Yes.
It's so we can have our own show now. We don't need the big studios anymore, but if they call, we'll come. But right now we can do it too, right? So the other thing that we do is that we have a magazine, and so I'm always looking to highlight women, powerful women in the community. I also have a podcast where I get to interview women to just share their stories. I'm very passionate about doing it, because if nobody knows about your superpower, then how can we impact the lives of other people? So I'm always looking for opportunities to meet women. I would love to invite all of you all to come on the podcast and be featured in the Boss Ladies magazine. The next one is coming out in December. But again, thank you so much for coming, and I hope that you've been blessed by today.
Yay! She's amazing. If you ever see any of my photography, it's from her. That's how we met, and we met through that Boss Lady campaign. One person who told me, hey, do you know Victoria? I know. So anyway, she's amazing. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you so much for coming here. This is my first product after the book. I have them for sale if you want to get some extras. I see friends, I see clients, I see new faces, and thank you. I am so excited that this happened, and that I can be a little bit of motivation and inspiration in your journey. So thank you for allowing me being part of that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let's do a group picture. Can we do a group picture? Yes. Okay, yay. Awesome. Oh, and thank you to Jen, my assistant, who's been wonderful here. Yay. Thank you to our DJ. Hello. My husband, the photographer. And everybody online for joining. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, let's do a group picture. Yay. Oh, you know what? Get your unicorns. We can show the